Hey love, so this is going to be a general message. This is going to be in regards to your triggers. What you want your masculine to know that really triggers you about them, what you see in regards to the karmic, what you see on social media, things that they do in general that really triggers you. Okay, so deck I'm going to be using is my Twin Flame Soulmate triggers. Okay, link is in the bio to purchase the deck. So what we have here is knowing that you're living with someone else really gets to me. So for some of you who are, feeling like abandoned or left out in the cold or feeling upset because your partner is living with their karmic, or they're living with, their spouse or someone they've been with for a while, and when you met them it was just like, that's my person, and they felt the same way, but because they have history with that person, they're still with them. It could be either due to convenience because they still love them, or because, it's just, they're just used to it. So what you want your masculine to know is like, hey, knowing that you live with that other person, it really gets to me. It really does upset me. It triggers me because you guys do everything. They see the side of you that I wish I could see every single day. And when that thought crosses your mind, it can be quite triggering. So then we have, it annoys me when your karmic posts shit of you both on social media. Again, especially if you know who their karmic is, and I'm pretty sure a lot of my feminines look them up. You guys want to see what they're up to because you want to know what their, connection is about. Maybe you do it because you want to know, if you're wasting your time, or it just helps you to pull away because it's easier. But whatever the situation is, it's like you get super annoyed and triggered seeing the post that the karmic does on social media in regards to your masculine. It just makes you feel like, it makes you feel left out, and it makes you feel sad and pissed off because you wish it was you. So then we have, I see things you're not ready to understand, and I have to remind myself of it. And that could be pretty upsetting, pretty triggering, because you know what? If your masculine is not ready to understand what this connection is, if they're not understanding or willing to, move forward in this connection because they don't know what it is or what they're feeling, because it's so intense that it's like, I don't know what to do with this shit. Sometimes we have to have patience with them, because sometimes one is more awakened than the other, and it's the person who's awakened's job to, lead your masculine, and you're trying to do that. You can only be the light. You can't force the light on them though, right? You can be the light for their path to follow. And sometimes, it's a little upsetting when you want them to understand or see something, but yet they feel it, but they don't understand it. And sometimes it's upset because, you're like, I know you're not ready to understand it, and I have to remind myself of it. So you got to remind yourself to have patience, and remind yourself that not everybody awakens like, at the same time as you, and that's okay. So then we have, I wish you were loving me instead of them. And it could get, really depressing, especially knowing that they live together and you wish that it was you instead of them, and you start to question things, and it just puts you in a really bad mood. And then we have, I asked Archangel Michael to hold me back from fucking it all up. So because this is a triggers deck, whenever you get in your feels, sometimes you see something, or they say something, or they don't do something that gets you so triggered that you're like, I just need to call in my archangels right now to calm me down before I fuck this all up, before I fuck up the connection, before I ruin this for me, before I'm completely like knocked out of heaven. You know what I mean? Like, please Archangel Michael, or please Archangel, whoever you pray to, please hold me back, calm me down before I just screw this whole thing up. Then we have, reading your old messages has me feeling some type of way. So a lot of times, my feminines, when you miss your person, when you haven't seen them or heard from them in a while, sometimes you like to reread them or rewatch the videos that you have and stuff to remind you that, you know what, you're not crazy. It did exist once upon a time. You guys were together once upon a time. So it makes you feel some type of way, nostalgic. It makes you miss it. It makes you feel like, is this ever going to happen again? So all these things start to go through your mind about that. Then we have, I feel hate sometimes towards you because, you know, it's the bottom truth. Sometimes we don't always love them. Sometimes you hate them. Sometimes you want to stab them. Other times you just want to have them between your legs and sit on their face. And then, you know what I mean. But you're not always going to love them. And that's natural, especially when you get in your feels and you become triggered. Then we have, I get emotional staring at your photos. Again, going through old messages, staring at your photos, it triggers you. It could either trigger you to be upset, emotional, depressed, exciting. Sometimes we reread it or see things to remind us to keep holding on, that it'll be worth it at the end of it. The divine timing is worth it. And then we need to let go of ego's timing. So then we have, I get so heated when your karmic tries to copy me, especially if the karmic partner knows about you, they know who you are, they stalked you on social media, they know what you're about, they know what you do, and you sometimes see them copying what you do, what you say, how you dress, how you take photos, what you like. I know about that. And it could trigger you. It gets upsetting because it's like, why copy? Be yourself. Like, why are you trying to be like me? And I'm pretty sure your masculine knows and sees that, because that actually came out in the divine masculine messages about the karmic, that they caught the karmic trying to be like the divine feminine. So of course it's going to trigger you. You get heated when the karmic tries to copy you. And then we have, what do they have that I don't? Yeah, sometimes we feminines will ask ourselves that. What does that doo-doo karmic have that I don't? Obviously you're masculine. That's about it. Or there's a codependency there. It could be many things, and you cannot allow yourself to get down to this level, because then it's a really dark place to be in, and it's going to be really hard for you to snap out of that. Okay? Then we have, I have no patience anymore. Again, sometimes we lose patience, where you just want to throw your hands up and you're just like, I'm done. I wish I didn't meet you. It would be so much easier. You know, I don't have this patience anymore. When are we going to come into union? When is this going to happen? When are they going to reach out? I'm running out of patience, and that is a trigger on its own. Okay, so the last one we have here is I turn to my addictions whenever you reject me. And this is a major issue for a lot of feminines, especially because that's something that you need to heal within yourself. Is, you know, you can't handle rejection. Some feminines can't handle it, where you turn to your codependent ways or your addictions to be able to cope and to deal with this kind of neglect or rejection. So that is like a major trigger right there, that, you know, you use that as an excuse to turn to your toxic ways. And that's something that needs to be healed, my loves. Okay, so I hope you guys, you know, got some clarity, a little insight about what you wish your masculine knew about what, you know, triggers you in regards to them, what they do, and the karmic, and so on and so forth. So if you guys want to book a personal, let me know. Again, the deck that I use is the one I created, Twin Flame Soulmate Triggers. You guys have a wonderful day. Love you. Namaste.